Hi everybody, and welcome back to Twilight Princess HD. In the last episode we completed the 8th dungeon, the Palace of Twilight, defeated Zant, but it turns out he wasn't the main villain, and the true villain lies in Hyrule Castle waiting for us. It's Ganondorf. Who would have guessed? But I might divulge into a bit of that spoiler stuff later. But we're not actually heading to Hyrule Castle today. As I mentioned in the last episode, we're going to be doing the Cave of Ordeals in this episode, and probably in the next one I'm going to split it into two parts. So first of all, I'm going to run around and pick up some supplies. I probably should have just skipped straight to the Cave of Ordeals in order to do the intro, but alas, you can see my journey through the whole gathering process, where I pick up items and stuff. Okay, first things first, I need to get a blue potion, maybe two. Yeah, I'll get two from our Mellow Mart. I think it's cheapest here. And let's get another one as well. What am I missing right now? Let's just check my items. Okay, 2 blue potions. I've got a rare chew gel. I should probably go and get a fairy as well. I need to stock up on bombs, I think. Let's actually get some bombs from here, possibly. Is that 30? No, I don't need 30, I've got 50 bombs at the moment, so I only need 10 more to fill up my bag. I'll take 10 bomblings, possibly. I don't know if I'll use bomblings, but I'll take them. But I only need 10 bombs, so I guess a trip to Kakariko is in order, because only Barnes gives you certain amounts of bombs. Great. And then I need to head to Lake Hylia and pick up the ferry. To see that Bulblin fly off in the distance. His opponent tramples on him. Oh god, I got a Cargarok on my rear. Go away, don't try and claw me. Oh, he got me, damn it. Ah well, I'm in Kakariko Village, so I'll just sort of sit in the spring for a while. Heal myself up slightly. Oh well, the path to Kakariko is fraught with danger. But alas, we have arrived. Let's give a quick dismount. And let's go and pick up some bombs, I guess. Okay, yeah, 10 bombs. That's what I need, really. Although, it probably was cheaper in Castletown, but whatever. Okay, maxed out my... excuse me, hiccups. Okay, maxed out my bombs. Let me just go and heal in the Elden Spring, I guess. Or maybe the Hot Spring. Hot Spring will work as well. Nice. Look, nailed the landing, Link. Well done. Congratulations. What the? I thought the cuckoo just exploded. I just saw these feathers appear behind me. Suddenly he's gone. And let's not jump down from here. Let the cuckoo come in. Come here. We're going to glide. We glide. We glide at dawn. Okay, and there's also a consistent fairy location over here. It's just hidden in this floating crate. Break it open and then scoop up the water? No, that's not right. I want to scoop up that fairy, please. Just sprinkle this on you. Scoop it. Thank you. Got him. Okay, that's all I need, I think. Now, onwards to the Cave of Ordeals. I'm all prepped, apparently. Let's go. Whew, this is going to be a nightmare again. Okay, so I'm a bit miffed right now, and I'm going to make it known. And I'll probably sound a bit annoyed throughout the whole episode, so you might be wondering why. And that's because I've already done this already. I've done quadruple damage. I've already recorded this episode. But when I came back and looked at the footage, it was glitchy. Not for the whole thing. Some of it was usable, but the floors that were glitchy were floors 40 through 45, and there are 50 floors in total to the Cave of Ordeals. But yeah, floors 40 to 45 were completely unusable, and on floor 44, I think it is the final Poe we need. So I didn't actually manage to capture that, so I have to redo the whole thing again. So I figured, why not? Let me redo the whole Cave of Ordeals. Just record it again. Why not? I'm just going to sound a little bit peeved midway through, probably. Anyway, Cave of Ordeals, you might be noticing something already. Your power is a gift given only to those with confidence to wield it. that was it, apparently. Okay, that's the only text. But you might be noticing something similar already, because this is the same layout as the Cave of Shadows that we have seen before. And it's basically an enemy gauntlet. You run down to the bottom of these 50 floors, and just fighting harder and harder enemies on the way down. And I'm going to try my very best to make it through to maybe the 10th floor without taking damage, because the first 10 floors aren't really that difficult. What's this room? Just geese and rats, I think. Don't take full damage coming into the room, so it's fine, just jump down whenever you want to. It'd be very inconvenient if you took full damage coming into these rooms. But yes, we've already seen this sort of mechanic in the Cave of Shadows, but the Cave of Shadows is a Twilight Princess HD exclusive area, whereas this is in all the versions of the game. Okay, Bubble Serpents, let's cut your stems from a distance. I should probably not waste ammo. That was something that I failed at in my previous recordings, that I ran out of arrows very quickly. And now I've just got a bunch of Baba heads sort of slithering towards me. But I can deal with them pretty simply by doing like jump strike possibly. Catch them on the way up. And never mind, I took damage already. I'm sorely tempted to restart, to be honest. It doesn't matter, I just won't be able to do like great spins. And great spins ended up being quite helpful in the long run. But alas, the jump strike did not work. Let's continue on to the 3rd floor. That's some very unnecessary damage already. Great. This is Skulltulas, I think. Yep, where are they? There's 3 of them. They're probably just underneath the ledge. It's kind of annoying when they're underneath the ledge because you can't possibly see them until you move the camera. And they do hide some very nasty things under the ledge later on. And one great spin would be enough to deal with these guys, but you have to do a regular spin and then an ending blow if you want to take care of them quite simply. Or maybe I can do... Oh, a standard combo works quite well. The final hit of the standard combo does a quite increased power, I find. I don't know how much is multiplied by, but yeah, you can kill a lot of things with the... Oh, Jesus! I forgot about this room. Bit of a dick move again. Bunch of Bulbin archers just shooting at you off the ledge. And, yep, that's annoying. Okay, here's something that annoyed me to no end while doing the previous run of this, is that if you want to strafe while holding your bow down like this and aiming at the ground, so say I want to aim for this guy, but I'll hit the ledge at this point, so I want to shimmy a little bit to the left. If I hold the strafe button and then move to the left, maybe a bit forward, and then release the strafe button, Link is now facing perfectly horizontal again, he's facing straight forward. And also my gyro controls are messed up now, because of the fact that I was already aiming downwards. So now I've got my gamepad aimed straight, but Link is staring at the ceiling. So yeah, that sort of messes up the gyro controls, unfortunately. That's kind of annoying. Excuse me, I think I deflected his arrow as well. Okay, and 3 Bulblin archers, that's all there is in there. I'm just taking some chip damage at the moment, but that's fine. Okay, torch slugs on the ceiling, but I don't particularly want to waste arrows on them, so I'm just going to jump down and deal with them on the ground. If I had the Great Spin, it would be very useful at this point, because the Great Spin has a massive range, and it will just allow me to hit these guys from a bigger distance without worrying about their force field that they have. The little fiery explosion that comes out around them. Let me see... Don't want any of them to like drop my head if I walk over to there. Okay, yep, this one there. Let's not do the... It gives you the prompt for a finishing blow, but don't do it. Because Link dives on top of them and they have that fiery force field, so they just explode on you. Yep, do not do that. Not in the slightest. Okay, let's proceed onwards. Now there is one floor that's been a dick move. I don't know if it's this one. Is this Fire Keys? Yeah, Fire Keys and the Dongos. Got a bunch of fiery enemies around here. So the Cave of Ordeals is similar to the Cave of Shadows in that it's locked behind... Well, not exactly story progression, but it's locked behind item progression. So you get some of the later rooms a lot behind the spinner, some of them a lot behind the ball and chain. So I guess it's sort of the same as the Cave of Shadows in terms of like you have to be this far in the game in order to get onto the next floors. But here are the Dongos. Oh yeah, the Dongos. I found something out. I want to correct an error that I made quite early on in the Let's Play. I think when they first appeared in the Goron Mines, where I said that these Dodongos, this iteration of the Dongos, is not affected by bombs like the others. But that's not true at all. You can still use bombs on them. I found the timing is a little bit strict. Let me just whip out a bomb, because you have to time it for when they're inhaling. And they don't inhale for long before spitting out their fire. But yeah, just plonk it down in front of them and they'll eat it and explode. So yeah, you can use bombs. Just wanted to correct myself there, because you can still use the arrows. In fact, I think it's easier just to use arrows, because shoot it straight down the throat. Tektites. Tektites would be easy to deal with if I had a bigger spin attack, but now I just got this puny one. Okay, and do a jump attack. Never mind, that didn't work. Shouldn't be doing too many jump attacks, really. I've already taken more damage than I did in my first run, which is very annoying. Let's carry onwards. Is this the annoying room? It should be Lizalfos. What happened to my shadow there? I think my shadow just clipped to the ground for some reason. Okay, Lizalfos. Yes, this is the dick move room. Because there's two Lizalfos, which aren't particularly difficult to deal with, but if you rotate the camera, you'll see there are there's one Bulblin and there's one on the other side as well. There's two Bulblins underneath this ledge, and they're both archers. So if you jump down, they'll end up just shooting you in the back as you jump down. So I found the best way to deal with them is just to drop a bomb down there. And upon doing so, it actually attracts the attention of the Lizalfos as well. So you can drop another bomb down, and you can probably just kill them all in 2 bombs, I think. I can get a good angle. Okay, I killed one of them. Did I kill the other Bulblin as well? Yep, only one Lizalfos remaining. Let's just jump down and deal with you an easy way. There we go. And bombs are key. So even though I picked up bomblings, don't think that you can use bomblings to drop off ledges and sort of run them forward. Because bomblings have the unfortunate side effect of if you try and drop them off a ledge, they just explode. So yeah, not particularly useful for this area, but maybe they'll come in useful later on. Anyway, we've reached the 10th floor, and on every 10th floor we get this. Welcome, hero, to the Cave of Ordeals. I am the Great Fairy. I reign over all the fairies of this realm as their queen. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies to Orden's Spring. From this point on, you will have need of the ancient power that allows one to walk along a cliff without a single foothold. If you want to give up the fight for now and go re-equip yourself, I can return you to the surface. You need merely speak to me. So, every 10th floor we have an encounter with the Great Fairy, and if we talk to her again, she'll allow us to exit the Cave of Ordeals. We wouldn't be able to otherwise, although we could technically save the game and reload and it would take us back to the top of the Cave of Ordeals. So yeah, no saving in between. And also on every 10th floor there's a chest containing a stamp, which is, of course, only in the HD version. In the original versions, there were just no chests, so I'm not gonna do the comparison thing that I normally do, because the chests just simply weren't there. Okay, be right back 1 second. Just gonna go quickly grab a drink because I'm in it for the long haul at this point. Okay, I'm back in the next room, and in order to proceed through the next room, we need the spinner from Arbiter's Grounds. So, yep, this is the whole dungeon. It's more like dungeon, not quite dungeons. So the floors after this will require you to have the ball and chain, followed by the Dominion Rod. I forgot the name of the item. We haven't used it that often, so I forgot the name of it. And also, we have got a bunch of rats underneath us. I can't actually target them, I can't aim downwards, so let's return to the ledge. Maybe I'll drop a bomb off the edge, that would deal with them quite well. Bombs are definitely your friend in this dungeon, as well as the ball and chain, which actually becomes very useful later on. Not particularly in the first early rooms, but yep, there go all the rats. And I think that's all of them, yeah. Okay, and just got a pile of helmets left behind from all the helmet stores where I ripped them off. And now I can just run around and deal with them pretty simply, without worrying about their helms getting in the way. Which they did before. I actually took a little bit too much damage in this room previously. Not just because of the helmet stores, but because of the rats as well. The small enemies do tend to add up in little chip damage. And all they need to do is really walk into you to do damage. And use the spinner to get to the next door. And there's no going back from here, unless... oh, I guess you can go back from here if you want. There is, in fact, going back from here. Okay, big purple chew. Let's jump down. This isn't the chew that I want to talk about, but there is a certain room, I think, coming up before the 20th floor that is relevant, and also contains a bunch of chews, so I'll be sure to point it out at the time. Oh god, the chews are really annoying because you have to wait. They always drop the chew jelly on the floor, but you have to wait for it to despawn before the door opens. Even if you defeat all the enemies in the room, you might be like wandering around the room for a while, wondering, are there any more enemies remaining? Nope, you just need to wait around until the goddamn chew despawns. Okay, we've got chew worms now. Haven't seen these since the Lake Bed Temple. Never got the Master Sword instead of the wooden sword, so we can deal with them in much fewer hits. So I'll rip you out. And there we go. Oh, there's one more. I don't know why. I don't know why I said there we go when there was clearly one more remaining. Wait, what? Excuse me? Did you have like invincibility frames or something? Come back here. You do not get to escape that easily. I'm getting a bunch of rupees, so I did actually rely on the magic armor a bit towards the end in my original run, but alas, I don't feel the need to particularly do so here. Just equip it early. Okay, these are all bubbles. You can shoot them with the arrow, the bow and arrow from a distance, but I don't think it's particularly worth it, so I'm just going to jump down, and if I take damage, so be it. They're a little bit finicky to deal with, especially if you hit them with a standard sword swing. You knock them you knock their wings off, and they start hopping around on the ground. And there we go. Spin attacks do knock their wings off and kill them in one blow, so that's clearly the way to go here. Probably jump attack as well. Just don't accidentally do an ending blow on them, because you might accidentally get your sword stuck in the ground. Okay, Boblins. Again. I'm going to imagine there are some archers in this room, so let's drop a bomb off the edge again. Let's see if I can hit someone at least. Are they going to be attracted to the explosion? Yes, they are. And then we drop another one down. And then we just keep piling them down like that. And that guy doesn't seem to be completely bothered at all. Oh, there we go. And let's hop down and turn around, and there we go. Oh, there were two remaining, but whatever. Maybe there weren't any archers in that room. I don't know. It just looked like the standard foot soldiers, their clubs and stuff. The archers are probably the most annoying enemy because they shoot at you as soon as they see you enter the room. Okay, geese and rats again, I think. Although this is like a repeat room. There are more geese and rats this time around. But yeah, we've already seen this combination of enemies quite early on in the Cave of Ordeals. They just reused it here. They just increased the number of enemies. I'm not going to count, but you know, there's definitely more rats around. And more geese for that matter, probably. I don't know, I haven't counted. Okay, still pretty simple room. Is this the chew room? Oh no, this is the first Poe room. And there are some Stallhounds as well. I'm going to transform to Wolflink here and turn my sensors on. This is the first Poe of the Cave of Ordeals, but I'm not going to deal with them right off the bat. I'm going to run around the room and I'm going to activate all the Stallhounds, get them out of the ground. Hopefully don't get surrounded or anything. And then use the energy field and destroy everything at once. Knock the Poe to the ground, and there we go. Got it. And I think I killed all the Stallhounds in the process. Oh, never mind, there was some hidden under the ground anyway. Damn it. Let's get back. Fighting Hound with Hound right here. And let's transform back. Although they do like to hide some dig patches in some of these rooms. I don't know which rooms, but if you have a look around sometimes... Oh god, there's more. I thought we were done. Jeez. So many Stallhounds. But yeah, sometimes they just like to hide some dig patches, which I think in the original versions would have contained hearts, but we're playing in hero mode, so those don't appear. So they're just empty dig patches. I'm not sure which rooms they are though. Okay, is this the chew room? I can't remember. Let's hop down and find out. Oh, it's not the chew room, not at all. What? Oh, that damaged me, damn it. Well, levers, easy to deal with. Spin attack, you know the drill by now. They surround you in a circle, so you know, spin attack, the way to go. Okay, I think this is the chew room. If I jump down, they won't start falling until I approach. And yeah, there's one solitary purple chew. Now I need to be very selective about which chews I defeat, because there's a certain something around here that is important to note. It's going to be quite difficult. I might have to use arrows. I don't want to waste arrows though, really. There's also some blue chew, so if you want blue chew jelly, this is the place to get it. Oh, I'm not going to waste arrows, really. How do I lure them over to me? Can I use the claw shot? Oh, I can use the claw shot to destroy them. Okay, cool. Don't need to waste arrows then. Let's be selective about which chews we destroy, because there are a couple that need to survive. You might be wondering what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, but hopefully it will make sense if I successfully do this. And let's kill all 3 of you. I'm waiting for a certain colour chew to spawn, drop down from the ceiling. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while, I think. Hang on a minute, just going to fumble around with the chews until they appear. Okay, there's a red chew there, but that's not what we have. Not what we're after. So the purple chews are always like the higher up chew. If the purple chew takes something over, it will always become purple. And I'm not sure which order the colours come in. There's one specific colour that I need to watch out for, and that's blue. And there's also yellow chew. Now, blue and yellow chew never appear in the same location aside from here, and they can combine together, blue and yellow, to make a green chew. And the green chew is oh god, okay, that was a blue chew, but there is another one in the room, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, hopefully I don't mess up the next steps. Come on, purple, purple. I know there's a yellow somewhere. It's just tedious, to be honest. Okay, there's the yellow. Shit, no, 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 no. Back off, back off. Yeah, yeah, lure the yellow away. Come on. Yellow, come here. No, no, what are you doing? Don't combine. Damn it. It's the only yellow in the room, and there's the other blue chew. Oh, I failed again. This is like, it's so complicated to get them to combine together. But yes, yellow and blue chews can combine to make a green chew, and this is the only location where it can appear. And it does drop green chew jelly, but if we pick it, it actually doesn't have an effect, green chew jelly. And if we pick it up, it will say it doesn't have an effect in this version. But in the original, well, hang on, in the Wii version, you could get the green chew there. And if you picked up the green chew jelly, it wouldn't even have text for it. Oh, that's the great theory. I'm impressed that you made it this far, hero. In praise of your efforts thus far, release fairies to Farron Spring. From this point on, you will have need of the power that allows one to break through massive frozen blocks of ice. If you want to give up the fight for now, yeah. Just now to talk to you. But yes, the green chew jelly in the Wii version, if you scooped it up, it would have a blank text box. So they didn't program any text for it. And also, strangely enough, in the GameCube version, if you combined a blue and yellow chew, there was no green chew at all. It would combine to make a purple chew. So yeah, it was a bit strange. Also, my shadow is being very weird. Well, shadow, do you want to choose a direction? It's flip-flopping across the floor there. Okay, and our second stamp is the Angry Zelda stamp. Pretty much normal Zelda, to be honest. Honestly, can't tell our facial expressions apart. Okay, we've reached the ice area, and a bunch of goblins and ice geese. I haven't seen for a while. Cut down the goblins, just standard blue goblins. It'd be nicer for them to increase the challenge a bit and put in the red goblins, but alas, they did not. I find that a bit weird, is that in this game, the blue goblins are like the standard enemy, and the red goblins are the level up enemy. But in Breath of the Wild, that's reversed. Is the red goblins are the standard enemy. Okay, geese and rats again, but I think this time they spice things up a bit and throw in some ghoul rats alongside them. So let's turn on our senses, fall down, and yeah, ghoul rats. Let them hop on and jump around. Jump up, and get down. Spin you off. Trying to do a quick spin, get off me. There we go. Being pretty good with the damage so far, honestly. I think I've taken a bit more damage in my well, he says as he starts taking damage from these small enemies. But yeah, the small enemies are generally quite tough to deal with in a pack like this. Especially with Wolf Link. Maybe I should switch back to regular Link. But yes, I feel like I took a lot more damage in my previous run. But now that I know what's coming, I know to prepare for it. And oh, this might actually be one of the rooms with a hidden dig patch in it. Just want to show it off quickly. Just because we were using... Yeah, there it is. So yeah, some rooms have a dig patch like this in the floor. I'm not going to turn on my senses for every room, but yeah, I'm sure there are quite a few of them. And they'll drop hearts normally, but hero mode is the thing. Okay, what's this room? Is this Stalkin? I think it's Stalkin. Let's drop down with... Yep, Stalkin. Drop down with Wolflink and Energy Field. It's going to work wonders. We plough through them all, Wolflink. And there we go. That should do it. That should do the trick. So yeah, a lot of these enemies have ways to exploit them and defeat them easily. Also, Re-Dead Knights. And this is going to show off the item. So there is an easy way of dealing with Re-Dead Knights, but at the time of Arbiter's Grounds we didn't have the item. But the easiest way to deal with Re-Dead Knights is to use the ball and chain. It kills them in 2 hits, one on the way through and one on the way back. As soon as they rise from the ground, throw the ball and chain, clips them on the way back, and they're dead. Re-dead, you might say. And there we go. Yep, so the ball and chain, very, very useful dealing with Re-Deads. Don't really need to worry with them anymore. You don't need to approach. Got a long range option, even though it's a bit slow, but you know, it's fine. Better than using Wolflink and gnawing on their necks, I guess. And I think the next floor is Stealthos as well, which also are pretty vulnerable to the ball and chain. Which oh god, goddamn, Bolding Archer in the distance. That's kind of a dick move right there. What are you aiming at, Link? I know you're strafing, but what are you actually aiming at? I can see this shot clanging off the wall in the distance. Okay, there we go. Okay, close one. Alright, what else is in this room? More boblins. Is this the Stealthos room? Or is it just another bunch of boblins? I might have remembered incorrectly there. Well, let's do the whole bomb drop thing again then. This is proving the bombs still have a use even if we get the ball and chain. Put that down. I see them running towards the point where they all died. Need a little bit of enemy AI here. Is that them all? Okay, there's more archers on the other side of the room, but let's deal with these guys first. God damn, put your shield up, Link. And let's knock you out. Got a couple of archers that were hiding behind the tower all the time, I guess. And you can destroy these towers in the room with the ball and chain, and they do appear on another couple of floors later on. So let me see if I can knock this one down. There we go. I don't think that does damage to enemies if it falls on top of them, which is a shame because that'd be helpful. We just enter a room and use the ball and chain. Okay, this is Stealthos room. I was one room too early. Let's jump down and lure them all together because you know the drill. They're stupid. They're in packs. And yep, one ball and chain throw crumbles them into a pile of bones, and the pullback destroys their pile of bones, much like we used bombs for before. So skull chillers again. What's the best way of dealing with these? I think bomb arrows will kill them in one hit, so let's do that. Why not waste a few more bombs? And there we go. Dealt with very easily. What else is in this room though, aside from Skulltulas? Skulltulas and bubbles, I think? Is that all? Maybe they decided throwing ghoul rats. I felt like they decided to use ghoul rats quite a lot after the first point, because they're an invisible enemy until you use Wolflink, and you're probably not going to be using Wolflink for a lot of this. But yeah, they might like to throw in ghoul rats into certain rooms, just to remind you, hey, you know there's enemies that were invisible before. I hope you're listening out for them. Okay, a couple of masked Lizalfos and some more. Ah, these are red bokoblins. Okay, anything hiding beneath the ledge? I do hope not. Maybe I'll just drop a bomb off there, just to see. Let's try. It will lure their attention anyway. I'll sort of run towards the explosion, but well, the helmed Lizalfos will, and that'll take care of them actually. Let me just jump away. Oh, that was bad timing. I lured them away from the bomb explosion just before it went off. Well, that was stupid. Okay, maybe quick spins are not the way to go here. I don't want to use ending blows because there are too many enemies around and that'll leave me vulnerable. These guys take up an awful lot of hits, the red bokoblins. Reddish pink bokoblins, I guess. Maybe they're purple. Honestly, can't really tell what colour they are. It doesn't matter though. Colour means nothing to me. And is that the final... That's the 29th floor, is it? Is this the fairy fountain? Oh no, there's one more. Okay, bubbles. Oh, this is like a whole bunch of undead enemies, probably Stalfos and Stalkin and Bubbles. So let's jump down and... Oh, they're fire bubbles as well. I don't think that really makes much of a difference whether they're on fire or not. Because yeah, the energy field deals with them very simply as well. Okay, let's awaken all the bubbles and lure all the enemies into one location. Those Stalfos are moving towards me very menacingly. Okay, energy field doesn't deal with Stalfos that well. Probably best using the ball and chain in this situation. And bam. All dead. Is that everything? I think it is. Being surprisingly hasty about this time, compared to the last time. It took me quite a while to get to this point, I think. I was just, you know, being patient with most of the floors, but now I'm just jumping straight in. It's like, yeah, I know what's coming. I know what to do here. I guess that's a hindsight for you. And the Great Fairy, yada yada yada, will release fairies into the Elden Spring. God, forgot the name of the bloody spring for a second there. But yes, if we need fairies very conveniently, she releases them into the different springs of the world. And now we need the Dominion Rod to proceed onwards. However, I'm going to split the episode into two again, as I did the first time. And in the next episode we'll do floors 31 to 50 and reach the end of the Cave of Ordeals. So I will see you then. Bye for now. And there is a Happy Midnight stamp, just to end things off.